Many of the big corporations that stand tall in different industries across the world today once began with a tiny flash of ideas in the mind of the people that found them. The story of IKEA is no different. When the founder started at a very tender age, all he wanted was to pursue his passion for selling and to give his entrepreneurial spirit a free expression. Little did he know that his early business adventure would morph into a multinational giant with its hand on almost every household item that anyone could think of. IKEA has stood the test of time over its long years of existence. The company has a long history that spans over 70 years with many memorable experiences, both the good, bad, and ugly. The company is regarded as one of the most successful ventures in household items such as furniture, electronics, and even fast food. However, IKEA had a very bumpy ride on its journey to success. Its fanciful showrooms worldwide and colorful adverts in the media do not bear any mark of how the company moved from selling furniture in a small Swedish town to becoming a world-renowned establishment. That exactly is what we intend to narrate: the untold story of IKEA. From a very tender age, Ingvar Kamprad had shown a clear sign that he was destined to become a business tycoon. Born in the city of Untold in Småland, southern Sweden in 1926, coming from a family that made just enough to meet its basic needs from farming, Ingvar Kamprad understood the need to support the family financially, even as a child. Young Ingvar started selling around his neighborhood when he was just 5. Kamprad learned his salesmanship from his granddad, who owns a store. He spent most of his time playing with his granddad and running errands for fun. That was how he was inducted into the art of buying and selling. At first, he realized that he could make a handsome profit by selling matches in small pieces to households. So he bought matches in bulk and sold them in pieces at a cheaper rate from door to door. As his small selling business was growing, he took a step further. He then moved on to selling different items like Christmas cards, seeds, and ballpoint pens to neighbors, using his bike as transit to supply orders. Kamprad continued his retail selling on a small scale while he sought every means to grow it into a proper business. In the latter part of his teenage years, Kamprad eventually got the breakthrough he needed to set up his own business. When Kamprad was 17 years old, his father rewarded him with some cash for his impressive academic performance in school. This money became the seed that grew into the mighty IKEA we all know today. Even while selling on a small scale as a retail trader, Kamprad had always nursed the ambition of starting his own business. With the cash his father had gifted him, it was the opportunity he had always waited for. He promptly used the money as his business capital. In 1943, at the age of 17, Ingvar Kamprad founded IKEA. The name IKEA is an acronym for his initials, IK, and the names of the farm and village where he grew up, Elmtaryd and Agunnaryd. During the early days of its establishment, IKEA sold a variety of items such as pens, wallets, and picture frames. At this time, IKEA was doing well by the standard of an average business store. Yet, Ingvar Kamprad was not satisfied with the business growth. For Kamprad, his small, thriving store is nowhere near the business empire he has always envisioned, and he must do all he can to attain his goal of building a world-class business. Kamprad then took a step that transformed the course of his business and blew his success through the roof. He came up with an idea to design and sell furniture that was functional, stylish, and affordable. In 1948, Ingvar began selling furniture. It was these sales of furniture that set the ball rolling for IKEA. When Ingvar Kamprad started selling furniture in Sweden, IKEA was not the only company in that line of business. Others had been in the business for years and made a name for themselves in that industry. In order to find a place in the market, Kamprad came up with a unique plan that made IKEA's furniture stand out. Ingvar Kamprad contracted a local carpenter in his hometown and gave his preferred design to the carpenter, which he used in producing IKEA's furniture. In the early years, IKEA's furniture was simple and functional, designed to appeal to the needs of everyday people. Kamprad was passionate about making well-designed furniture affordable to everyone, not just the wealthy. He was able to keep prices low by a wide margin compared to his competitors, such that they wondered if IKEA was making any profit at all. The competitors began to see IKEA as a serious threat to their business because of its ridiculously low price. IKEA's price was so low that many people doubted the quality of its furniture. However, it was able to gather many customers because its furniture stood the test of time. Meanwhile, the competitors of IKEA continued to hunt the company. They devised means to kick Ingvar Kamprad out of business. They tried all they could to eliminate IKEA. At one point, they even stopped Kamprad from displaying his furniture during the trade fair. But IKEA furniture continued to sell faster than its competitors, thanks to its double advantage of low price and quality furniture. Another advantage of IKEA over its competitors is that it allows customers to pick the design that suits their personal needs. Customers sent their specific designs through mail order, and the company delivered those designs. During these periods, there was a big challenge that faced furniture makers all around the world. Many of them became crooked, wrecked, or even broken due to the rigor of transportation, and it causes huge losses to companies. On a particular day, while Kamprad was preparing to supply his customers, one of his workers removed the leg of a table to arrange it properly inside the vehicle, and he fixed the table after the transit. Then it occurred to Kamprad that they could decouple their furniture and arrange it after transportation to avoid any loss. This realization gave birth to the idea of flat packing, which allowed the company to sell its furniture without doing the final packaging. This helped to save time and prevent damage to furniture, as customers were taught how to make the final arrangement of any furniture they ordered. The discovery of flat packaging gave IKEA more edge over other furniture makers. The company was able to eliminate almost all of its losses and expand its operations by using cheaper materials, such as particle board, and flat packing the furniture to reduce shipping costs. In the early years, IKEA faced many challenges. Sweden was still recovering from World War II, and there were shortages of raw materials such as wood and metal. Ingvar Kamprad was forced to be creative, using alternative materials such as cardboard and fishing nets to create furniture. Ingvar continued to make innovations that further enhanced the success of IKEA. To make its products familiar, the company published its first catalog in 1950 and opened its first permanent showroom in 1953 in Untold. The showroom was another important step that aided the success of IKEA. Through the showroom, the company positioned itself for customers to see and experience the quality of the products before ordering them, and Ingvar was able to meet customers in person and learn from them. He adapted what he learned from the customers to further improve the product, which made the company grow even bigger. Kamprad also implemented a unique shopping experience at his stores. Instead of displaying furniture in traditional showrooms, he created a maze of products that customers would have to navigate through. This allowed IKEA to display more products in a smaller space, and it also encouraged customers to spend more time in the store, leading to more sales. If there was anything that made Ingvar Kamprad a successful businessman, it was his keen observational skill. By the late 50s, the IKEA showroom had become a mega store that received tons of customers daily. In order to entertain customers, light refreshments like coffee and cold dishes were sold in IKEA stores. However, Kamprad noticed that during the sales period, people leave the store at lunchtime to eat in one of the restaurants or street kitchens in Untold. This interrupted the whole buying process, as some may not return or buy less than they had intended. He realized that hungry customers buy less. Or as he often said, it's tough to do business on an empty stomach. Hence, the IKEA restaurant kitchen was opened and fully equipped, including a microwave oven, which was a novelty at that time. Everything from hot snacks such as hamburgers to a la carte dishes was served. And that was how IKEA added fast food to its business chain. As a matter of fact, an average of 1.8 million meatballs are consumed in IKEA restaurants every day, and more than 150 million pieces are sold every year. While running the business as a sole owner, the founder of IKEA, Ingvar Kamprad, had a shortcoming that was supposed to limit his business skill. He had dyslexia and had problems remembering the numeric codes of the products. But he somehow overturned his shortcomings into an advantage that made his venture outstanding. Since it was easier for him to remember names, IKEA stylish products are named after Scandinavian cities or islands. Among its best-selling items, IKEA lists the Poland chair, the Malm bed, and the Stockholm rug. In the 1960s, IKEA began to expand outside of Sweden, opening stores in neighboring countries like Norway and Denmark. The first IKEA store outside Sweden was opened in Norway in 1963. 6 years later, another store opened in Denmark. The company's unique approach to furniture retail quickly caught on with the company's success, and IKEA began to spread worldwide. By the 1970s, IKEA had stores throughout Europe, reaching the US and the UK in the 1980s. Today, IKEA has become a global brand with over 400 stores in 52 countries. IKEA has continued to increase the range of its products beyond furniture and fast food. The company now sells electronics in almost every household item one can think of. But the long years of success that IKEA has enjoyed is not luck or chance. This is what the company has done differently. Ingvar Kamprad had a unique approach to business which is largely responsible for the success that IKEA enjoys today around the world. One thing that Kamprad understood and applied very well is the principle of the multiplier effect. He noticed that if he could sell more quantity of his products, he would still outsell his competitors even if they sold at a higher price. IKEA's product design is driven by a focus on the needs of everyday people rather than catering to the taste of a select few. The company's products are designed to be practical, easy to assemble, and adaptable to different living spaces. This approach has allowed IKEA to appeal to a wide range of customers, from college students to families to retirees. Another outstanding feature of IKEA's business is its customer-friendly environment. The company is known for its unique layouts, which guide customers through a maze of products and room displays. This approach allows IKEA to display a large number of products in a relatively small space, and it encourages customers to explore the store and spend more time browsing. The store layouts are also designed to provide inspiration and ideas for customers, who are encouraged to visualize how IKEA's products could be used in their homes. IKEA stores also feature restaurants and play areas for children, which makes shopping at IKEA an experience in itself. IKEA has a reputation for quality customer care service. At the heart of its business goal is customer satisfaction. IKEA has built a loyal customer base and established itself as a leader in the furniture industry. Because most of its raw materials are taken directly from the environment, the company has developed a sustainability commitment plan to prevent environmental hazards. The company has set ambitious targets for reducing carbon emissions, using renewable energy, and sourcing materials responsibly. IKEA has also made sustainability a key part of its product design, focusing on using sustainable materials and designing products that are easy to repair or recycle. For example, IKEA has launched a program to buy back used furniture from customers and resell it, reducing waste and promoting a circular economy. Overall, IKEA has established itself as a worldwide brand for household items, especially in the furniture industry. This was the IKEA story. Don't forget, nothing is easier than setting up IKEA furniture, except subscribing to Business Capital.